work, you know, take care of family, pay the bills, and all she wants to do is for her man to step up, help her out with the raising of the child, help her out with the bills, which I think he has a job, and I'm pretty sure that he is helping her out. But just step it up even a little bit more. You have a child. Your child is your first priority, okay? Let me just make that clear. You cannot party once you become pregnant. And, of course, that's the other thing that I love, that these girls are actually, you know, not saying, you know what, I'm just going to throw my child to my parents, I'm going to go party. Actually, all of them have done a great job of taking responsibility, and I'm really surprised because normally I think MTV shows like teenagers in a negative light, honestly. They either show them as stuck up, spoiled, you know, just full of the bitch assness. And I'm happy to see teenagers actually doing something positive and actually doing, you know, taking care of their responsibility. So props to that. But he was just being a total bitch to her.
I mean, he was, and there has to be a shift in the way you think. I mean, you have to now understand that what you used to do when you didn't have the responsibility of a child, you can't do. It's not let's find time to continue to do it. You can't do it. It sucks, but you can't. I mean, choices, actions have consequences, and one of them is you have to give up some of that. I mean, maybe at some point in the future you could resume that, but when your child is a month old, you might could find some time to sit your ass down. Sat down.
And if you're one of those people where you know for a fact that you're selfish, and I'm not criticizing that because I'm selfish. That's why I don't have any children.
Oh, selfish ass.
I'm selfish. I will admit that. I do not care what anybody thinks of me. I'm selfish. I do not want any children anytime soon because I am too mother effing selfish. If you know you're one of those people that you don't want to sacrifice and give up things for a kid, okay, that's fine. You have choices.
Call in a condom.
Yes.
You know, ain't nobody asking you to not have sex. I mean, with the age rate being the way it is, maybe you want to consider it. But ain't nobody saying that. Condom is your friend. Birth control is your friend.
Please utilize it.
You know, there are other things that, you know.
Do not do the pulling out method.
Can I play devil's advocate? Can I play devil's advocate for a second? Okay.
I'm scared.
So I read this study, and somebody feel free to Google it, that says that the pull-out method is actually effective. Now, having said that, don't make that your primary way of birth control. Go for what you know.
And if you do that, do not blame Smith if you get pregnant and you actually try to do the pull-out method.
Do not blame A. Smith. She will
do not do it.
Be unhappy because what I said was do not make that your primary choice. As a matter of fact, make sure you find that study before you do it. Read the study, at which point forget I even said anything, and then make the choice. But I mean, the bottom line is here is that there are a lot of options, and when people say they got pregnant and they don't know how, I want to slap them. Yes, you do. Yes, you do know how.
Yes, you do.
And you have plenty. And it happened. I didn't know, and I couldn't stop it, and I'm sorry. That's lame, man. You could have stopped it.
And do not go on Maury and sit back and say, I have not slept with anybody. I know you're the daddy. I know you is the daddy and acting all ghetto and trifling.
Make sure you roll your neck.
Yes. Know this, okay?
Do it.
None of this. If you know you've slept with multiple people and you want to put your business, I wouldn't be putting my business personally out there like that, but if you're brave enough to put your business out there, then don't sit back and get mad at the dude for sitting back and treating you like the slut that you probably are. If you slept with multiple people in one period of time and you don't know who the daddy is, that is sluttish behavior, okay?
And here's my question.
Slut-ish.
Here's my thing. Females, we got to stop trapping dudes. That's lame. It's lame and
turkey-based.
If he doesn't,
okay.
And if you don't know what that is, you need to get up on the game. Okay. If we got to stop trying to trap men, that's so lame. If you don't want to be with you just to be with you, he's definitely not going to want to be with you when you got a kid. Are you high?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
And do not marry someone. If they treat you like shit, do not think that getting married to that person, whether you're a guy or you're a woman, and think that it's going to magically make everything disappear and you all are going to live happily ever after like you're Cinderella and Prince Charming.
It never happens.
No.
You may prolong, you're just prolonging the inevitable. If y'all are supposed to be together, it is not going to work out. And a kid is only going to make it worse every time, I promise you. I feel like I was just talking to someone or watching something where someone said, I thought having a kid would make it better, and I wanted to strangle them.
It's stupid.
What about a child sounds cohesive? Children push people apart. They don't bring them together. Whatever. It
takes a lot of work. Do not get stuck and caught up into a relationship that you know you're not happy. If you know you're not happy, get out of it. If you know you're getting beat up beat up. That was, and I'm going to deviate again. That was my major criticism about Rihanna. And of course, once again, people, if this video runs over, there will be a part 2 to this. But, well, you know, Rihanna, the whole Chris Brown thing, I know there was a court order where they basically can't be in so many feet. Do you know the specifics of that?
Okay, I don't, but I want to throw in, what happens if they both get invited to the Grammys? So then
one will sit one way and one will have to go all the way across the other side of the room.
Unfortunate mess. Anyway, continue.
But I'm happy that, I know that there are rumors, I don't know if anything's true about the rumors or not, but that apparently Rihanna and Chris Brown were supposed to do a song together about their love. Had they done that, I seriously would have lost a little bit of respect for the both of them. Because if you are getting beat up by someone, aka Rihanna, you got beat up by Chris Brown. We all saw the evidence plastered on TV. Now, I'm sure Chris Brown is sorry. That's neither here nor there. Do not sit back and act like you have a great love with someone, like you're trying to be anime and be the next, aka Tina Turner, by the way, for those
anime bullock. If you didn't know that is unfortunate.
Yes. Do not even do that, because I mean, even what is the movie called? What's Love Got to Do with It? You can even sit there how she went through all that bullshit with Ike, and finally at the end she broke away from him. Do not be another Tina Turner, because I'm sure if Tina could repeat her life all over again, she would have broke it off with Ike a long time ago.
And know the signs. Like, emotional abuse is serious. I know, I think this was a repeat of Oprah Today with Tyra on talking about her emotional abusive relationship. People roll their eyes, but that shit is serious. Like, emotional abuse is not a joke. And it's not just name calling. It's anytime people manipulate you to get you to stay with them when you said you don't want to. When you try to talk to them and they yell at you and you don't feel comfortable with them, that's emotional abuse. Anytime people use your emotions to control what you do, that's abuse, and it's not cool, and it has to stop. And I mean, you need to see the signs, you need to know the signs, and it's easy for us to sit here and be like, leave, get out, but I know it's hard. I know it's not easy, but I mean, you got to, because
you have to love yourself.
At a certain point, you're the dumbass. I mean, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's so true. I mean, the first time sucks, but the second time, you're
fool me thrice, I'm the damn fool.
Right. All right, she threw that on there, but that's very true. I mean, the more times it happens, the dumber you look.
Yeah, so just don't do that. And like I said again, I'm happy that they have not come out with the song yet, because I really would have been like, Rihanna, what are you trying? Are you trying to, you know, prove something to everyone? Or are you really trying? I mean, there's nothing wrong with forgiving Chris Brown. Everybody makes mistakes in their life. He can probably recover from all this. I'm sure he will eventually. You know, this too shall pass. But, you know, if someone is abusing you, just don't try to manipulate the situation to be like, oh, that person, I just made him upset, and, you know, everything will get better. No.
Can I say, though, that I'm sad that Chris Brown didn't get a chance to perform at the BET Awards.
He should have.
And I've been having this argument. So the rumor, I emphasize that I am in no way an authority. The rumor is that Jay-Z said, look, you put Chris up there, I'm not performing. And BET had told Chris he couldn't, and then they told him he could, and then Jay-Z threw his ultimatum out, and they told Chris that he couldn't. This is the rumor that I've
I heard something about Jay-Z.
I've heard from sources that I trust, but they may not be sources you trust. But in any case, if that is what happened, that is disappointing. Now, the flip side of that is, people are saying it's high time somebody stood up and put their foot down. But where were people standing up for R. Kelly? I mean, not only were people not standing up against R. Kelly, who may or may not have had the police raid his home recently looking for a 17-year-old, which is a whole nother issue. Yeah. But we still love this man. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying because we did it for R. Kelly, we should do it for Chris Brown. But come on, who better to do an MJ tribute than Chris Brown? I just think that was not the place or the time for Jay-Z to go throwing his weight around. I think there are a lot of places Jay-Z could throw his weight around and make some moves and have something happen, maybe change the way people respond to people who are less than stellar in the music and entertainment business. But at the BET Awards in honor of Michael Jackson, after Chris Brown had supposedly been rehearsing for 3 days, that's a shame. Now, some people would say that wasn't on Jay-Z, that was on BET. BET shouldn't have reneged on Chris at the last minute. But, I mean, I think, I'm not blaming anybody, I'm just saying that was less than stellar.
And honestly, I would have probably much rather seen Chris Brown and Jay-Z. No offense to Jay-Z, love you. But, I mean, because Chris Brown and me, he had the moves and everything. And Chris Brown is an entertainer. And, you know, ultimately, it's none of our business what is going on with Chris Brown and Rihanna. And I think the man should be given a chance, because Ashley said, I mean, you bring up the R. Kelly situation, and no one is chastising R. Kelly. I mean, we think that he's discussing, like, oh, R. Kelly, why are you doing that? But,
and we think he's discussing because he peed. We don't think he's discussing because he was having sex with someone who's under the age of 18. We got to get...
Where are the parents? That's what I'm trying to figure
out. Lord bless this whole situation. Bless it. God don't bless no mess, so I guess maybe that's what it is.
Yes.
Anyway, whatever. Yeah, 16 pregnant. Don't be 16, don't get pregnant. Done and done.
Do not do it. Yeah, so I guess we are done with our little 16 and pregnant and et cetera.
And all our deviations.
Right?
You loved it. Yes, you did.
Yes, you know you did. And as I said before, I will be visiting Ashley in DC. And so we will be doing a ton of videos probably while I'm there, because Ashley is so entertaining. And you can follow her at
A Smith 86. Follow me on Twitter.
Yes. See you later. Have a good night.